Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Boba is already jingling. She is so excited for these Kindle Unlimited recommendations. If you read the title, you know that's what we're doing today. That's why you clicked on this video. I think around like Christmassy time is when I got Kindle Unlimited. So like 6 months ago. Since then, it has completely changed my life. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just really like this service, and somebody in my Patreon in the Discord asked if I could make a recommendation video with all of my favorite things that are available on Kindle Unlimited. I think it's a great service. I think it's like $8.99 or $9.99 maybe, something like that, a month, and you get access to unlimited books on your Kindle or on your phone on the Kindle app. You do not have to have a Kindle to do this. I started using Kindle Unlimited before I got a Kindle, and I think it is totally worth it. And I think there's some kind of promotion where if you sign up, you get 3 months free. At least that's what I experienced. I don't know if I use like a creator's code or what. I don't have a code, but you can get free months really, really easily. So I'm gonna go through and let you know what to save. If you have Kindle Unlimited, these are the things that you should go through and save to your library. If you're thinking about Kindle Unlimited, maybe see if you would read a lot of these. And if you would, I think the service is totally worth it. Imagine like, if you just wanna order one of these books, a paperback would be like $12. So paying for 1 month of Kindle Unlimited would be like less, and you would get more books. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it sounds like I'm selling this. I literally am not. I'm not sponsored. It would be really cool if I was sponsored by Kindle Unlimited, but she's not. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just get into my favorite book recommendations that are on Kindle Unlimited. First off, we have anything that Lucinda has ever written. She is one of my newfound favorite thriller authors. She used to be a clinical psychologist, and she kind of pivoted into writing thrillers with really, really wonderful mental health representation. My two favorites that you've probably heard me talk about a million times at this point are The Perfect Child and Saving Noah. So those are my two biggest recommendations, but also her entire backlist is on there, and her brand new book, which comes out on my birthday, June 1st, is on there as well. So you can literally get a new release for free. Go do it. Another one of my favorite authors is Anya Alborn, and all of her books are on Kindle Unlimited as well, and most of them have free Audible audio on Kindle Unlimited, so you can read and listen along at the same time, which y'all know is my favorite way to read. And the text actually gets highlighted as the audiobook is being read. I think it's really, really cool. I love that part of Kindle Unlimited. And the ones that I would recommend from Anya Alborn are obviously Brother, which is my favorite of hers, and also The Neighbors. I really enjoyed that one as well. Also, you guys, I just wanted to mention, I'm not gonna go into like full deep synopses in this video because I have so many recommendations. I will say like the general category, the genre, whatever, if there's a specific trope that comes up, but for the most part, I'm gonna leave it pretty vague or else we'd be here for like an hour. Another one of my favorite thriller authors that is featured on Kindle Unlimited is A.R. Torre. She wrote my favorite series, which is The Girl in 6E. The whole trilogy is on Kindle Unlimited, as well as her other thrillers. I really liked The Good Lie and Every Last Secret. Both of those came out last year. Every Last Secret is very summery, and her new one, A Familiar Stranger, will be released on Kindle Unlimited as soon as it comes out on release day. So if you're looking for some fun, light, fast-paced thrillers, definitely pick up A.R. Torre. Staying on the thriller author train, Kirsten Modlin's whole entire million book backlist is on Kindle Unlimited as well, and quite a few of them have audio as well, like Lucinda and Anya Alborn's books. So those are available. As you know, Kirsten Modlin and I have a very up and down relationship. I usually either really like her books or really hate her books. So it's kind of a toss-up, but my favorites from her are The Arrangement and The Amendment, which is actually the sequel to The Arrangement, which is a super juicy, twisty domestic thriller. I also like The Missing by Kirsten Magdalene, and there was something else that I thought was like just okay. Oh, Tell Me the Truth. That one was okay. It was a very fast-paced, quick domestic thriller read, but nothing to write home about. Geneva Rose also has her thrillers on Kindle Unlimited. I'm not quite sure if One of Us is Dead, the one that just came out and I gave 5 stars, is on there yet, but I'm 100% sure A Perfect Marriage is on there, and I loved that release from her last year. And also her first book is on there as well, which I didn't even know existed. I can't wait to read it on there. We also have the Dr. Harper series, which follows a psychotherapist as he kind of takes you through his case files of his like most wacky cases. It's kind of like a cozy mystery series. It's really funny. It's really weird. I don't know. It's just like quirky mysteries with mental health rep that is exaggerated, but surprisingly kind of accurate. And it is very quick, fast-paced, entertaining. It's a lot darker than your typical cozy mystery, which I like, but it definitely has like the quirky characters. And yeah, I'm on book 2 of this series right now and I'm really enjoying it. Now let's go ahead and get into some romance recommendations on KU. I feel like that's kind of what Kindle Unlimited is known for, is like being the central place for indie romance reads, like right at the palm of your hand. So this is kind of like a category where I could list off a lot of recommendations, but I'm just gonna tell you guys my favorite of the favorite Kindle Unlimited romances. First of all, we have a lot of Colleen Hoover books on there. A few of them, like her most popular ones, have been taken off, but a lot of my favorites are still on Kindle Unlimited. So her darker romances like Too Late and Verity are on there. I gave Too Late 4 stars. I definitely gave Verity 5 stars. It's one of my favorites. Layla is also on there, which is her paranormal romance with a little dash of horror in there. It's not too scary, but it is very weird. I love that book. Never Never is on there as well, which is her collab with Taryn Fisher. It's like a speculative, dark, thrilling romance series. Gave that one 5 stars as well. Also, Heartbones by Colleen Hoover is on Kindle Unlimited. That's like a summary romance. I have yet to read it, but I've heard really great things. And her newest release, Reminders of Him, is free on Kindle Unlimited. And I just gave that one 5 stars too. So lots of 5-star Colleen Hoover right at the tip of your fingers if you have Kindle Unlimited. Then, of course, I have to mention the Sinners and Saints duet by Sophie Lark. This is a dark serial killer romance, and it is definitely my favorite romance that I've read this year so far. It absolutely blew my mind. It has a playlist that goes along with it, and I would describe this book as like 50 Shades of Grey, but if Christian Grey actually had spice and wasn't just this milquetoast man, and he's a serial killer. So I hope that's a good enough pitch for you. It's definitely weird, definitely wild, definitely dark, definitely smutty. But if you like books that I like, I'm sure you will love that one. And going along with that, they also put the Mindfuck series on Kindle Unlimited as well. I'm feeling like that's where most people are reading it, unless you buy that huge, big, gigantic $30 copy that has all 5 books in one. But I read them on Kindle Unlimited and it was great. 5 books about a woman who is a revenge serial killer. She's going through the list of everyone who wronged her and had a part in her trauma and picking them off one by one. Little does she know that the guy that she just started dating is actually the FBI agent that's on her case. Masterpiece, so fun, so gory, a little bit smutty, but just like very, very entertaining. Now moving on to my horror recs from Kindle Unlimited. I feel like I mainly use Kindle Unlimited for indie horror. There's a lot of great horror on there, and I don't like to buy books physically when I can get them for free, especially when they're indie, because you usually have to order them from Amazon. I know KU is like still Amazon, but at least I'm not giving Jeff Bezos $15 for every single book that I want to read that's indie horror. You know what I mean? So I will start off with Sergio Gomez. His backlist, entire backlist, every single book he's written is available on Kindle Unlimited. My favorite of his backlist is Camp Slaughter, and this is like a very classic slasher. The sequel is about to come out around this Halloween. I cannot wait for it. I will download it as soon as it releases on KU. I'm so excited. And he's just really great at writing horror that is entertaining, fast-paced, kind of funny. It's like you're watching a horror movie when you read his books. Another horror author who has his whole backlist on Kindle Unlimited is Stephen Graham Jones. Now, his books are kind of hit or miss for me. I loved The Only Good Indians, though. My Heart is a Chainsaw, hated that, don't recommend that. The Last Final Girl I thought was okay. I could see how you could really, really like it or really, really hate it. I kind of landed somewhere in the middle, but nevertheless, his books are on KU, and I think a couple of them have the audio option as well. As for standalone horror, we have 6 stories. This is a kind of light horror thriller mix between kind of thing. It's a short novella that is written in 6 podcast episodes. If you like podcasts in your thriller and horror books, you're gonna love this one. It is a podcast investigating the disappearance of this young boy, and there are some like speculative horror elements within the murder mystery itself. I thought it was really great. It's not one of my favorites, but I would definitely recommend it if it sounds like something that you'd like. Another one of my recent faves that I read on Kindle Unlimited is Cirque Berserk. This one was crazy. It is like magical realism, a little bit of like time travel vibes, horror. It is a slasher where all these high school kids get picked off at an amusement park on their senior skip day. Another one that I just mentioned, this is for fans of Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke. It is a queer horror called To Be Devoured by Sarah Tatzlinger, and this one was so good. It is so short. I read it in one sitting on sprints, and it was just absolutely insane. It is super gory, so watch out for that. But if you like weird queer horror, you're gonna love it. And finally, my last horror recommendation comes with a huge disclaimer. This is probably the most disgusting, graphic, horrifying book I've ever read in my life. Honestly, I wish I never read it. I wish I could delete it from my brain. But at the same time, like, that is horror, right? That is like the intention of the book, is to horrify you and disgust you. So like, in that sense, the book is a masterpiece. It is so effective. It is doing its job, but am I glad I read it? I don't know. So take this one with a grain of salt, but Cows by Matthew Sticco is on KU, and it is absolutely fucking crazy. Like, absolutely insane bonkers. It is about a very abusive situation. Animal things happen, animal abuse, animal mutilation. There's a lot of body horror and gore. So if that's your speed, go ahead and pick it up. If it sounds like it's not your speed, trust me, girl, don't do it. Don't do it. Because I thought I could do it, and I did it, but am I happy about it? No. So those are all of my tried and true KU recommendations. Now I'm gonna go through what I have currently downloaded on Kindle Unlimited, so you can kind of see some more books that are on there. I don't endorse these. I don't know if they're good or not because I haven't read them, but this is what I'm planning on reading on KU over the next few months. This is my Kindle Unlimited TBR. The first book that I have on there is Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. This is a hate to love pen pal romance that I've heard really good things about, but I also heard really good things about Credence, and I fucking hated that book. It is literally my worst book of the year, so we'll see how this one goes. I am gonna give Penelope Douglas another chance. We'll see if it works out. By the way, all of her books are on here, so if you do like her, there you go. I also want to try Mariana Zapata books. She is a romance author. The ones that I have downloaded are From Lukov with Love, which is an ice skating kind of style romance, and The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, which is a slow burn, I think, football romance. It's either football or hockey. It's a new adult sports romance, but I've heard really good things about both of those. I also have Yes and I Love You downloaded on KU, and this is another romance series that I've heard is like really emotional and just really well written. It's almost like a contemporary, and those are oftentimes, I'm finding out, those are my favorite type of romances. If it's a heterosexual romance, I really just want like the life story and development of the main female character featuring a romance. You know what I mean? Like how her relationship helps her grow. So I've heard that that's what this one is. That's why I downloaded it. I also have one true crime book downloaded, and that is If You Tell by Gregg Olsen. I've heard this is like a very fucked up, very dark case. I believe it is about child abuse. So major trigger warnings for this one, but I've heard that it is really, really well written, and the case is absolutely crazy. I'm not sure if it is like 100% solved or not, but I'm excited to learn more about this case because I obviously am a fan of true crime. I'm kind of in a weird space with true crime because, you know, ethically, I'm not sure where I stand, but I've heard a lot of people really, really like this book, so I'm willing to give it a try. I also have a thriller downloaded right now. I have The Wife Upstairs, I believe it's called, by Frida McFadden, and I've gotten a lot of comments lately asking me to try Frida McFadden, so all of her books are on KU as well. I'm gonna go ahead and dive into her backlist, starting with The Wife Upstairs, and we'll see. And lastly, I'll go through the horror books that I have downloaded. The first one is called Paradise Club. This is a super summery vibes horror book. I'm pretty sure it's short, and I've heard good things about it. I don't know anything about the synopsis. I just know it's summery horror, and I love summery horror. I'm getting ready for Summerween, and I'm sure this will make it to the TBR. I also have The Venue by TJ Payne, I believe. The Venue is a horror that I believe happens at a wedding, like at a wedding venue. All these people will be dead or something. I don't know. Apparently it's crazy, and I've seen it get really good reviews, so I downloaded it. It honestly does not take that much to get me to download a book on KU because it's free. It's like very low stakes, so a lot of these books I don't know too much about, but they're kind of just on my radar, on my Kindle. So if I pick it up and I don't know exactly what to read, these are kind of the ones I have to pick from. I also have Bloodline downloaded right now, which I've heard mixed reviews of, but it is a dual timeline, like one timeline in the present, one timeline in the past, horror that follows this curse. Don't know, but I heard that it's like dark and creepy, and obviously that's what I'm looking for in my horror. I also have Tender is the Flesh downloaded, and I believe this one has audio with it as well. This was recommended to me by so many people. The clincher that got me to download it was when I saw Olivia Rizalate read this in a vlog, and I was like, yeah, everything that she's saying, that's exactly what I want in a horror. I've heard that it has commentary. There's stuff about cannibalism. Obviously, you can probably tell by the title, Tender is the Flesh. I'm excited to read it. And finally, the last book that I have right now on KU is The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum. I don't know about this one. I've never read Jack Ketchum before, but y'all have been telling me in the comments that I should give him a try. And I know McKay really enjoyed The Girl Next Door. It is a horror book that is super dark, super disturbing, but it is based on a true crime case. So it's like inspired by real events. And I love when you're watching a horror movie and it says like inspired by true events. I'm just like, it raises the stakes, you know what I mean? So I don't know. We will see how I feel about Jack Ketchum. If it is truly dark, you know, like Karen Slaughter level, Survivor level dark. That's what I'm looking for. We'll see. So those are all the books that I know and love on KU. I hope you guys got some good recommendations from this video. And if you didn't know about KU, I'm happy that you learned about a cool, affordable bookish service today. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to read a book and go to therapy this week. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.